welcome back to my channel. So I am super excited about today's video, and if you have me on Instagram, then you probably already know why I'm so excited, and you probably already know a little bit about what's going to be in this video. But for the past couple of weeks, I've been on a journey to try to find a dupe for BECCA's Champagne Pop. Jaclyn Hill paired up with BECCA Cosmetics to create her own highlighter, which is an extremely huge accomplishment. And if you don't know, which you'd have to be living under a rock to not know, but Jaclyn Hill is an extremely big beauty guru here on YouTube, and the fact that she paired up with such a big company is such a huge deal. So BECCA Cosmetics is known for their highlighters mainly. They have a bunch of other stuff, but they're pretty much known for their highlighters. So Jaclyn Hill helped create this little beauty right here, and this is Champagne Pop. And if you don't already know about Champagne Pop, then girl, you need to get with it, because this is like the it product of the decade. So for a while, everyone kind of expected Champagne Pop to come out, and knowing BECCA Cosmetics and their, products and their quality, you knew it had to be good. And I feel like most of these beauty gurus on YouTube who create products, they always create products that are very universal for everyone, and sometimes they create the best products out there. I bought this, I guess, about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't going to buy it because I had seen people post pictures of dupes for this already. I couldn't rationalize with myself to pay $38 for a highlighter, because that's pretty pricey just for like one product. And if you've been on my channel for long enough, then you probably already know that my channel's centered around like budget beauty, and I don't know, I'm very tight with my money, and instead of buying something for like $40, I'd rather buy several things for $40. But I decided to go ahead and buy it for myself to see if the dupes that people were claiming were dupes were actual dupes, because people take pictures and sometimes the lighting makes them look like dupes, or they edit them and it just, not on purpose, but sometimes the editing, like brightness, contrast, whatever they do, it can kind of make them look more similar than what they are in real life. So of course I had to test it for myself and bring you guys back the news. So if you have me on Instagram, then you already know a little bit of the verdict. There were two main affordable / drugstore dupes that people were claiming, and one of them was ColourPop's Wisp highlighter. This is one that I already had, and I've raved about this highlighter before in videos. This is my favorite holy grail highlighter. I use it in pretty much every tutorial, I feel like. But ColourPop highlighters in general are my absolute favorite of all time. There's nothing like them. And another product people were claiming was a dupe was this Wet n Wild product, and this is part of the Fergie collection, and this is the To Reflect Shimmer Palette in the shade Hollywood Boulevard. Most people just know it as Wet n Wild Hollywood Boulevard. Here's what it looks like, and when you look at it in the store, you don't really think of it being a highlighter or anything. It just looks like a weird blush or something. So I'm going to show you guys live swatches today and comparison swatches. I'm also going to apply these on my face side by side with Champagne Pop. So I'm going to go ahead and apply Champagne Pop for you guys. Champagne Pop is like a soft, light, peachy pink, whitish gold. It just gives you this really beautiful like glow from within. It's just something that's going to look good on every skin tone, and it's gorgeous. So I'm using a fan brush. This is the Morphe B8 fan brush, and I love it. So I'm going to put Champagne Pop on this side. I'm going to absolutely drench myself in this so you guys can definitely see it on the camera. So here is Champagne Pop, and I hope the camera's picking it up and doing it justice, because it is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to turn my head a little bit so you guys can see the reflection, but it has such a nice like wet glow, but ugh. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys a swatch of Champagne Pop. And like I said, BECCA is known for their highlighters because their highlighters are so soft and creamy and pigmented. It has such a beautiful like peachy pink gold undertone. Here is ColourPop's Wisp highlighter, and this is more of a golden bronze. It's like a dirty golden bronze. It has a really strong bronze undertone, and side by side with Champagne Pop, they don't look similar at all. Wisp is, like I said, a lot more bronzy, and Champagne Pop is a lot lighter and a lot softer, and it definitely has that like whitish gold to it. So here is Wisp, and they're going to look a little bit different because they are different finishes and they are a different texture. If you guys haven't heard, ColourPop products are more of a cream than a powder, so I think Wisp has a little more of a reflection to it. It is a little bit more of a sheen, but I don't know if you guys can tell. Like I said, I will take close-up swatches of these, but Wisp is just a lot more bronzy, and it's a little bit darker, and Champagne Pop is just more of a light, like soft color, and it's definitely got a stronger peach undertone. When they're swatched, they don't look similar at all, so I will show you guys what it looks like on my face. So I'm just going to stipple this on in the exact same places where I applied Champagne Pop so you guys can see the similarities and the differences. Even though these don't look similar when they're swatched, on the skin there's close to no difference. They are extremely similar. They both have that like wet sheen, and I actually think that ColourPop's Wisp is a little more, it's a little more reflective and a little more shiny, I guess. It has a stronger sheen. And Wisp is also extremely intense like Champagne Pop. And they both just give you that gorgeous glow from within. It doesn't look overdone or anything. It doesn't look like a fake highlighter. It just looks like your skin is super healthy and you just got like a beautiful complexion. So honestly, on the skin, the difference is almost undetectable. They look so similar. I'm just going to turn my head a little bit so you guys can see the reflection that both of them give. So here is BECCA's and here is ColourPop. So if you guys want to skip out on Champagne Pop, then Wisp is a good alternative. Okay, so now I'm just going to take off Wisp as much as possible. I'm just going to powder over Wisp so there's no highlighter left over. Okay, so I've wiped off all of Wisp. I'm going to go in with Hollywood Boulevard now, but first I'm going to swatch them. Here's Hollywood Boulevard, here's Wisp, and here is Champagne Pop. Hollywood Boulevard is nearly identical to Champagne Pop. They both have the peachy pink gold undertones. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up some of that with the same fan brush, and I did wipe this off. Just highlighting the same areas that I applied Champagne Pop. And I will say that the only difference that I really see in the two is that Hollywood Boulevard takes a little bit longer to build up. Like, it's not as intense right off the bat like Champagne Pop is, but you can get the exact same intensity from Hollywood Boulevard as you can from Champagne Pop. So here is Hollywood Boulevard. I'm going to turn my head a little bit so you guys can see the reflection and the glow. And here is Champagne Pop. So literally these are almost exact dupes. They don't look exactly the same swatch. They look extremely similar, but Champagne Pop, you can definitely tell, has more of a peach undertone. But on the skin, the difference is literally undetectable. You cannot tell one side of my face from the other. It looks like I had the same product on there. But I'd say the Wet n Wild one is probably the closest dupe to Champagne Pop, and I think it's like $6. And Champagne Pop really is beautiful, but I mean, so is Hollywood Boulevard, and so is Wisp. So if I knew what I know now about Champagne Pop and these other two highlighters, would I repurchase it? I don't really know. I just don't know if it's worth $40. I feel like people are just getting it for the Jaclyn Hill name, but it is really, really pretty. Like, it's hard for me to say if I would like repurchase it all over again. It's nice to have luxury products in your collection, but then again, when you think about the rationale and you have dupes for it, it's a little unnecessary. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think it's worth $40 to get Champagne Pop just for the name, or do you think it's stupid and you might as well just pick up one of these and spend a whole lot less money and get pretty much the exact same kind of product? So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you pick up Champagne Pop? Just let me know. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, follow me on all my social media, all the links are below, and I will also post swatches of all of these on my Instagram, so make sure you check it out, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Mwah.